Wilson looking to successfully defend the title. Joe Yulong searching for his first, and the defending champion is off and running. What a superb break that was from Joe Yulong. 106 to equalise in style. Oh, hang on though, out of the blue, he's overcut the black. You can't believe it. And Joe Yulong has stolen the frame. It's Joe Yulong who's taking a grip on this semi-final. Gary Wilson will have to dig deep again.
Great split. Oh, but Reds found the pocket.
Gary Wilson was unlucky. Joe Yulong did the rest.
Oh, what a brave shot. Oh, wait for it. Oh.
And after nearly 3 hours of drama, it's 5-all. It's right in the middle. There's the fist pump.
Two sneakers.
How do you try and summarise what's happened in this match? But it all boils down to a final frame and a final extra black. It's there. Incredible. These two players have served up a Christmas cracker of extraordinary drama.
Good evening, everyone. High drama already here in the Scottish Open semi-finals in Edinburgh, and a re-spotted black. The title defence is alive for Gary Wilson. He got the better of Joe Yulong 6 frames to 5. And coming up this evening, Thailand's Noppon Sangkam up against the hometown hero John Higgins, live on Eurosport 1. And I think what we saw this afternoon, it's why we love snooker. And back with two of my favourites, Ronnie O'Sullivan and Jimmy White. Jimmy, what a day we've had already.
Incredible match, you know, unbelievable. Like Gary Wilson trying to retain his title, Joe Yulong trying to win his first one, century breaks, celebration, thought he won the match twice. And this is a re-spotted black that Joe goes for. Listen, he's done well to hit the cue ball, let alone hit the black. You know, he must be in Shredsville. Left it there, Gary gets down, knocks this black in. You know, honestly, he can't believe he's won the match, but fair play to him. He's putting him in some good snookers. You can see what it means to him. You know, this is why we love snooker. You know, it had everything in that match. Centuries, re-spotted blacks, and early celebrations went west.
Oh, I know. And Ronnie, great to have you with us. I want to ask you about that, because for Joe Yulong, it's an agonising defeat. It looked like he was, you know, letting the release out, the joy of winning the match. And 3 snookers Gary Wilson needed, but he did celebrate early, and he'll be gutted. He will be gutted.
Yeah, he'll be gutted. You know, it's horrible to lose a match like that, you know. Probably a lesson for him there to probably never ever celebrate again any win until the guy shakes your hands, and you know, because yeah, it's never a nice feeling, you know, for him. But I think he took it really well when he shook Gary's hand. He really seemed happy for Gary as well, you know. So he's a good sportsman in that way. So yeah, it's just disappointing for him that he's had to lose in the semi-final in that way. But you know, he keeps knocking on the door. Quarters of the UK, semis here. You know, he'll won't be long before he wins his first ranking event.
Yeah, hopefully,
Yeah.
Because he's obviously conducted himself so well throughout the week. He's a great player, and we wish him the best. And of course, Gary Wilson, you can see his celebrations. He can't believe it. He's managed to win the match. He's in tomorrow's final after 17 shots on the re-spotted black. So loads of drama. And I think if this afternoon is anything to go by, Jimmy, we're in for a real treat tonight. John Higgins in town in front of this crowd.
Yeah, you know, John Higgins he's been in a few finals the last couple of years. You know, he deserves to win a tournament. We know how good he is. He's not actually lifted a trophy for a while. He's got to be favourite tonight. He's playing a really dangerous opponent who goes for his shots. John Higgins did beat him in the World Championships quite comfortably, but I think John's got to come out like he did against Tom Ford yesterday, and you know, start off well and keep it going. You know, because Noppon's such a great potter.
Yeah, fans just arriving, and this crowd will be alive, of course. Plenty of them hoping that John Higgins can get through to tomorrow's final. And so far for Higgins, well, not at his best, but he's been battling, as we found out with George Holland right after he beat Tom Ford.
John, you said earlier in the week that you might not have been at your very best, but what have you had to rely on this week to get you through these matches?
Maybe just a bit of fighting spirit, really, because obviously the Scottish crowd are there and they're shouting you on, they're giving you loads of encouragement, and you're just trying that extra little bit. Who knows? But no, I felt good. At the start of the match with Tom, then maybe missed a couple, and then he was putting me under pressure. He's coming back really strong, so no, I'm delighted I'm through.
And being the experienced John Higgins that you are, what parts of your game, when things aren't going very well for you, do you draw from? Where do you draw from experience?
Listen, it's difficult. I mean, I know. I've been playing for many years, and you've got a lot of experience. But when you're out there under the pressure, now it's a difficult game sometimes. And I was delighted that I finished it off pretty well. No, I'd done a decent break at the end there, so no, I was delighted with that.
And in terms of your downtime, when you're not playing, have you been getting out and about at all? Have you been sort of doing anything to sort of, mentally look after yourself? And
no, I've not been staying in Edinburgh. No, I'm obviously just commuting now because I'm obviously through near Glasgow. So it's obviously it's about an hour and 10 minutes coming through every night. So no, I've just been relaxing at home, just with the kids and the dog and things, and then just get myself ready for the match.
One table set up now under the lights. Is there an added sense of pressure, obviously, with the Scottish crowd here, the Scottish contingency supporting you and pushing you on?
Listen, I was feeling the pressure a bit there, but I would say that was probably the most relaxed I've been all through a match this week. So I'm hoping that holds me in good stead now with the semi, and then I'd love to make the final. You
played Noppon Sankam in the semi. How do you approach that one?
He's another one, just like Tom Ford, that he's hanging about the top 16, maybe just outside it. Very dangerous player, scores very, very heavily, and he's a match for anyone really. So I'm going to have to play something like that, maybe if not better, to beat Noppon.
Well, I think there is a bit of a pressure involved being in front of your home fans. And Ronnie, we spoke to John last night after his win, and I thought he said something quite revealing. The fact that he's been up against you since the year of '92, and he's always going to be compared maybe alongside the likes of yourself. And obviously you're a freak of nature when it comes to snooker. And he said, like, without you being around, that, what he's achieving and what he's doing would be incredible.
Yeah, I think, we've all driven each other on since we was 14, 15 really, so nothing's really changed there. It could have been easily John winning the World Championships last year or 2 years ago. And, it's only been the odd match away, so fine luck margin sometimes. You can get to the final, and unless you win it, people don't really remember you winning it. But I think John's still got tournament wins in him. He's far too good a player to not win tournaments, but then I wouldn't be surprised if you don't win tournaments. The standard is so good now that it's tough to win.
And he's not managed to win a ranking title for almost 3 years, Jimmy. We were having a little chat about this earlier, and I suppose the longer it goes on, the longer the wait is, the more frustrating it is. And I suppose at the back of his head, he might be thinking it may never happen again. He's not been in a final this season.
Yeah, we talk about them big defeats, when he was 9-5 up with Robertson and lost that big one, that really hurt. But he's too good a player. And, Gary Wilson's in the final. He had us against Chris Wakelin. He had 5-1 visits, he had come through a tight match. So he'd be match sharp, ready for the winner of this match. But John Higgins, if John Higgins' A game turns up, he's got to be favourite. OK, he's got to get past Noppon first. But the first 3 frames last night against Tom Ford was very impressive. So his game is in there. He's just got to keep it going and keep focused. We've spoke a lot about John Higgins winning tournaments on his B game. That doesn't come out so much. I think he has to score heavily now to win. OK,
right, well, we'll find out what game he turns up with here in Edinburgh tonight. I know these fans will be absolutely delighted if we could see the very best of John Higgins. He's in the hunt for a 32nd career ranking title. And that man, Noppon Sankam from Thailand, he would desperately love the glory of his first ever ranking trophy.